Hello everyone and welcome back to the Odious Soul. My name is Shannon and here is a video on my 2021 gardening journey. If you've been following along with me so far, you know that I have started some seeds inside. It is right now the middle of February. So I just wanted to kind of show you how those seeds are doing and what my next steps that I plan are. But before I do that, let's look at the garden. So you can see we have the garage to the left there. The tomatoes and the peppers will be planted along that, the right side edge of the garden. That's of the garage. That is the south facing side. And you can see all the snow. So unfortunately, we can't do anything out there right now. It is so cold outside and I am longing to get out there in the dirt and start planting and having, you know, just that beautiful garden again this year. But until we can do that, let's check out some of the seedlings. So in here, we've had some good things and some failures. The dill, I only had one little tiny scraggly show up. So I am trying to germinate the seed packet that I planted in here. I'm trying to germinate that right now in a Ziploc bag, in a paper towel, just to see if the packet is bad. So just kind of figuring it's probably the seeds that were kind of old, as opposed to my skills. In here we have echinacea, and you can see the little baby echinacеas are popping up. I'm very excited they're germinating. They are so slow to grow though compared to everything else. Like they've been popping out for the past week, but they are still so tiny, which I think is just very interesting. This is my first year germinating echinacea. And here, what do we have in here? We have, oh, these are the dianthesis, the Sweet Williams in both these trays. We'll move those over. And these are seeds that I actually saved from last year from plants. So I'm so excited that they are growing. Once they get a little bit bigger, I'll be thinning these out because you can see I just kind of sprinkled them like pepper, and you know, you can see how close they are. So I'll be thinning these out very, very shortly, probably within the next few days. And then in here we have, oh, this is the broccoli, the Waltham broccoli, and it is so weird how long and straggly these are. Like I feel like I have them fairly close to the light, but it seems like these LEDs by Barina, you'll see in these other trays, the things that are growing in the center are doing pretty good and strong. And then the things on the outside edges want to grow towards the center of the light. So I've tried to measure with a light meter. Can't really seem to see any difference. I just think that's kind of weird. This is my first year using the Barina 2-foot LEDs. So kind of interesting. So just kind of waiting to see what these broccolis will do. Down here, we have all different kind of cabbages. This is actually kohlrabi over here. And you can see, again, on the end and very long and straggly and weak. So kind of disappointing there. Back here, we have a leaf cabbage. It's a red dragon hybrid. Again, you know, some of them are better than others. Like the ones back here are doing pretty good. These are kind of leggy. Here in the middle, we have basil. Of course, how do I not know that's basil? Super excited about the basil. I'll probably actually, like here we have two seeds that obviously grew together. I'm just gonna take the shorter one and I'm just going to pinch it off. I don't like to pull them out necessarily because I'm afraid it'll destroy the root system of the one next to it. So I just pinch off the top and that's good enough. You get rid of those first baby leaves, it'll be fine. Here is some cabbage and most of them are doing pretty good. We got a couple leggy ones here in the back. This one here is the early flat Dutch cabbage. And again, just a mixed response on those. And over here, we have the Wisconsin all season cabbage. And again, you can definitely see some weak leggy ones over here too. So moving on to the next tray. All right, so back here, more brassicas. We have the Radicchio Red Treviso. That one's coming in nice and slow. The cabbage kohlrabi, not kohlrabi, Talibus. These are like a fun shaped cabbage head. They're more like a triangle. This one, we have the pak choi and the baby choi. Yeah. And then over here we have some Brussels sprouts, and we have two different varieties of Brussels sprouts, and the Brussels sprouts are really leggy. Now last year I knew when I sprouted them in like late summer, early fall, they were really leggy as well. So maybe it's just Brussels sprouts that do that. Like, I don't know. But anyway, moving on to the last tray down here. None of my lavender has sprouted. I'm pretty sure the seeds are just too old and bad. But I do have some pansies that are finally coming up, which is very exciting. So far, no sign of ranunculus. I don't think. Is that a ranunculus there? Well, I think I might see some really itty bitty green popping out in there, but no real signs. The cilantro, I think this is the same thing as the dill, just bad seeds. So we have a bunch. We took the rest of the packet, put it in a Ziploc bag with a wet paper towel, and seeing if any of those germinate. And if they do, we'll plant them in here. And then with the eucalyptus, these are the ones that were supposed to take so long to germinate. And I don't know if you can see that, but we actually have one here and one here. So excited. I actually have a couple little bitty baby eucalyptus popping out. So kind of excited about all that. And then for the last tray of starts that I have so far, right now, all the little nasturtium babies are sprouting. I'm so excited. They are so cute. Like, I don't know what it is. I'm not big on nasturtium. Like in the garden, I don't think they look cute once they get big. The flowers are pretty and they're edible, which is cool, but these little babies are just so adorable. I actually have a stevia coming up. That was supposed to be a long germinator. Only one of those are coming up so far. I have some feverfews. A bunch of the marigolds that I've bought from the store came out of packets. They're all good. But then the orange ones that I saved seeds with, none of them have germinated. So my plan for today is, of course, to look at the Ziploc bags and the paper towels to see if any of the dill and cilantro did germinate. If they did, I will be planting them in the cells that did not have any sprouts. So fingers crossed. If not, I do have other packets of both dill and cilantro, so I'm not completely heartbroken. And that's the thing to remember. If you have seeds, try to grow them. They may not grow. They might be old. They might have gotten damaged, maybe too much moisture, maybe too much heat, or whatever the problem is. But don't just throw them away because they're 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. Try them, test them, see before you throw them away, because they could give you life. They could sprout. They could be amazing. So to me, it's worth the risk. It is early enough in the season for me to try and test things out. Not a big deal. So I just encourage you, if you have them, try to grow them. And also the marigolds. So I know I saved so many heads off those big orange marigolds. Like, I probably have thousands of seeds from that plant. So I'm just going to keep planting those seeds until I finally get something that germinates. Not heartbroken. So that's what I'm going to do today. Again, it is only the middle of February. Like, it's around Valentine's Day right now. So I still have lots of time before I need to get other things started. So March 1st, I have a ton of stuff I need to start March 1st, such as the okra, such as the tomatoes, such as the peppers. So the next 2 weeks, I'm going to start planning on how I'm going to space everything in here, because of course everything needs light and I only have so much space to work with. And I want to grow all the things, and now I need to figure out how to do all the room. So that's exciting. So stay tuned for that. And I pretty much have my entire garden planned out on where I want to grow everything. I've gotten 2 walls of the herb garden that I am building. I want to put it like behind where we park the cars, like before we even get to the garage. So I want herbs. It's an area that gets full sun, pretty much full sun throughout the day. I might have a little bit of morning shade or evening shade, but otherwise it's full sun throughout the day, and it's more accessible to the house. Plus herbs are really pretty. I can intermix some of the medicinal plants. I can put the echinacea in there too, or maybe around it. And I built it high enough to where the dog can't pee inside of it. So it's huge. Like, this thing is huge. I will do a video next time I go out there. I built 2 walls. I'm going to assemble them outside, and then I'm going to do the measurements for the back wall, and then I will finish off the side wall. But I don't want to do every single piece inside the garage until I get it out, just because I'm sure if I don't level out the ground first, which I know I should, and I should probably put it up on some stone blocks, like, you know, I know what I should do. It doesn't mean I always do it. I get so excited sometimes I just do things, and I don't like spending money. So, but it's going to be huge, but it's going to look so nice. I'm so excited, and I got to figure out, I definitely am going to have to stain it or paint it. I think I'm going to go with the stain. So gotta buy that too. And then I gotta wait until it's warm enough in order to do that. So that's coming. I have all these ideas for tomato cages that I want to build. Again, trying to use the wood that I got last year for super cheap off of Facebook Marketplace and take advantage of all that stuff as opposed to buying new stuff. One of the things everybody has cattle panel trellises, you know, these things that go over, and I swear, like, every new gardener like that's building raised beds has these. And, you know, I think I first saw them on Roots and Refuge videos, and they look so nice when there's stuff growing over them. But I don't have a truck. I don't have a truck. And yes, I could rent a truck from Lowe's and grab my 4x4s that I need and then run over to Tractor Supply Company and pick up the cattle pen. But I'm going to resist. I'm trying to use what I have. And I want to make bean trellises. So I actually am going to use the wood, and I'm going to build like a wood frame and then probably just hang string down. Like, I had the beans growing up string last year, and that was just supported by bamboo poles. So, but I'm going to try to make a cute little trellis with some of the wood that I have and use string. So I'm going to take advantage of that. So I have all these ideas. I can't wait to get outside and start doing them. Like, I keep saying, well, I can do that now. And I'm like, Shannon, it's so cold and there's snow. Like, why would you waste the time and possibly have it get damaged by the winds that come through here in March and April? So, you know, what do they say? March comes in like a lion and out like a lamb. So I know the wind's coming. So I'm going to wait for a lot of that stuff just to try to be smart. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and following me on my 2021 gardening journey. It is super exciting. I do want to turn Sammy's house into a greenhouse. That was the greenhouse to the right when I was showing you outside. So right now I'm kind of going through all the stuff in it. Right now it's like, it was a dream to have a yard sale and get rid of everything in there. But realistically, I've just been going through, putting things on Facebook Marketplace, deciding on what we want to keep versus what we definitely want to get rid of. I'll probably be taking all the clothes. I got bags and bags and bags of clothes. If you live in the Maryland, Delaware, Virginia area and you need clothes, or you know somebody who needs clothes, like, I have bags. Hit me up, send me a message. Maybe we can make arrangements, because normally I just take it to Goodwill, but I'm sure there's people out there who need stuff. So there's, you know, old clothes of Sammy, old clothes when Zishan and her were kids, my old work clothes before I went up a dress size. So there's a ton of clothes out there if anybody needs that kind of stuff. So just hit me up, let me know. But yeah, so the plan is, once I can get $1,000, I'm going to replace the roof on Sammy's house with corrugated polycarbonate. So just need to come up with $1,000. I think right now, off of what I've sold inside of it, I'm at like $85. I have a lady picking up some toys today, so that'll be $100 towards the $1,000 I need for the roof. If for whatever reason you would love to help out in funding the greenhouse project, in the link in the description below, you'll find a link to my PayPal account. It would be so much appreciated. Of course, no obligation, but if you want to make a donation, I am, you know, I would be absolutely grateful. So definitely want to get the greenhouse project at least started this year. I figure if I can get the roof done, then I can slowly start replacing things on the east and south walls. So I don't have to do that immediately. If I can at least get the roof done, that would be a great start. And then I can take it piece by piece as I can afford it, you know, over time. So there's no rush to do the entire thing. But I figured the roof is definitely the place to start so I can get the most light, and then we can kind of take it piece by piece from there. So super excited to get that started. anxious. I mean, beyond compare, even though I'm totally afraid of heights and I have no idea who's going to actually help me do this roof because I am so afraid of heights. That is a little high. But anyhow, so lots of stuff planning. Not sure if we're going to get the chickens this year. Probably will wait till next year because I want the Sammy greenhouse project to be top priority. I guess because I lost Sammy and I found her in that house. It's hard to go in there the way it is, the way it's, you know, it still looks the same. So emotionally it's tough, and I figure if I can transform that into a space that grows and brings life, it's going to be very healing for me. So that's why I have made that a priority this year. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and following along. You guys mean everything to me. Please comment what you would like to see me do, or if you have any questions on what I've just talked about. Also, let me know what you're doing in your garden this year. Are you planning any new projects? Are you doing anything new or different? Let me see if you have any advice on my germinating setup. Please give it to me. I love it when you guys share your ideas and your insights. So thanks so much. Take care and see you next time.